Hi, Kevin Coppers. Right, all right, Kevin Coppers. When do you come over to Holland again? Probably the next time will be when I'm going to see our European colleagues to do some filming over there. So that'll be next. Christopher John Jeffries, when will Liverpool win the Premier League? If I knew the answer to that, I'd probably be running the club. God knows. Probably at least another 10 to 15 years, I reckon. And that's if we're lucky. They'll be singing 40 years, 40 years. That's what they'll be singing, because that'll be that long. Andrew in Finlay, are crayfish a problem in carp lakes? Does it stop them from feeding? No, definitely not. It's a natural food. Carp love eating them. If anything, sometimes it makes it a little bit difficult for us to fish those lakes. You have to adjust your presentation, maybe use bits of plastic. Tom Dove's behind the camera here trying to laugh. Yeah, just some odds and sods really like that. But no, carp love crayfish, and definitely helps them gain weight in lakes with them in. I think the road lake's got some in, a few of them, but they definitely, it's a benefit. Johnny Beardle, what is your favourite little meal for one? Now, Johnny, we've had a fair bit of banter on Facebook. I've had to put up with some absolute crap from you, son of a lie, to be fair. But it's nice that we've found a bit of common ground now with the Lidl meal banter. Bangers and mash, how's that? Right, Richard Reggie Self. Right, that's an interesting name, Richard Reggie Self. Where do you stand on the otter problem, and do you think enough is enough and the government should be doing something to counter the problem? As I'm a member of a syndicate which suffers from otter fish kills. Yeah, it is a problem. I think it's out of our hands at the moment a little bit. We can only lobby to work against it. It's obviously not good for fishing or carp fishing or any form of fishing. They've decimated lovely rivers like the Wensum and stuff like that. So yeah, I do hope something's done and it's moderated and managed. And at the moment, it seems to be one extreme to the other. So we need to find a middle ground to make that work. Dean Stewart, what sort of bait and bait pattern do you use in the winter, and what sort of fave do you use? I presume what sort of favourite baits do I use? Winter fishing is generally high attract fishing, like little bags. But the biggest thing, like I say to everyone, when you're winter fishing is making sure you're in the right spot, because it's all about location. They can be balled up, you can be a few inches or a few feet away from fish and catch nothing. So you need to make sure that rig's in the right spot, and then a nice high attract hook bait, one of the mainline pop-ups with a little bag of crumb and chops and some ground up pop-ups so the bag's working away, and a bit of goo on the bag, bang, you're away. Or some of the new Korda fake food, again, full of attraction, nice bit of colour, just to catch a carp's eye. Those citrus ones should be brilliant for the winter. Charles Sword, why do you hardly ever answer my questions on here? Charles, that's not very nice, is it? I try to answer everybody's questions. I'm not quite sure what page you're referring to, but this is the whole reason we've actually set this video sort of answering format up, because it gives me a chance to answer everybody's questions in one go. So there you go. This is the first answer to one of your questions, but I don't remember, especially with a name like Charles Sword, ever seeing a question. But it's a very nice name, mate, so keep the questions coming.